Thank you for joining me. This is Kati Whitledge with a Beyond the Technique podcast. You guys, beyond the technique, the whole point is success happens when you apply the things that go beyond the technical aspects of your craft. And I'm really passionate about all those areas of leadership and development. And today we're going to talk about how to win even when you're losing. Now, 2026 has been a very interesting year. Actually, leading into the new year, we experienced loss in our business. Have you? Have you gone through a season of loss, whether in the past or maybe this year or currently? Well, then today's conversation is for you because the truth about losing is that you're going to go through seasons of loss. Now, it could be loss financially, it could be emotional, it could be relational, physical, team members, all of the above. Like sometimes it's not anxiety, it's anxiety. I read this in a book recently where it was like if one thing went wrong in life, you could maybe handle it. It would cause some anxiety, but the real anxiety comes when it's this area and this and that and them and those. And it's like and anxiety. And that can be very overwhelming. But losing is not the opposite of winning. It's part of the path to winning. It is part of the path. You don't wait to win to live like a winner. You live like a winner so you can keep winning over and over again. So, what does it mean to win? What does winning actually mean? It's really about living by standards. It's not tied to outcomes or even identity. It's your standards. It's showing up when things are hard. Having courage. Have you ever had to be in a room that you felt completely unwelcome? Well, you had courage to still put yourself in that room. That is the win. It's emotional control when things fall apart. When you are the leader of your company, of your team, you don't have the ability to have the breakdowns. You have maybe the breakdowns behind the scenes, but then you show up to lead and people are counting on you. So you're controlling your emotions even when things feel chaotic. And it's having discipline over the mood. It's like you still show up even when you're not in the mood to, because you are disciplined and you have self control. So, really, progress is going to lead to happiness, not perfection. There is no perfect outcomes in life. And really, to focus on just the outcome alone is a failing or losing path. But really focusing on the process or what you input into your life, because consistency on what you focus on, it will compound, my friends. This is how you win even when you're in a season of loss is you focus on what you can control, you stay consistent, and it will compound eventually. It will pay off if you do not give up. If you keep your standards high even in a low season, you are winning. So, how to win when you're losing? First, protect your state of mind and your physical state, your state at all costs. Your emotional state determines your decisions and your future. So, you need to be proactive about eliminating any inputs that would trigger doubt or insecurity or comparison or discouragement. Do not even let yourself look at it. So, there was recently a time that I took another sabbatical from social media. I didn't think that this needed to happen again, but I was like, let me just take a break. And I deleted the apps. Well, funny enough, I had this like FOMO 24 hours later, and I'm like, I want to add these social media apps back to my phone. And then I had a two-factor authentication where I could not log back in and I would have to get a hold of my tech team. And I was like, oh, Lord, do I really want to get everybody involved to help me get back into my personal platform? Or should I just embrace this break? And each day that I stayed away from social media platforms, it got easier and easier and easier, and it was actually better and almost like you need to unplug in order to see things clearly, to in order to see the people around you in real life. Here are the real humans I do life with every single day and week. And wow, that has been the most freeing feeling. And I'm like not super motivated to get back on. Getting off those platforms or staying away from environments that pull you into a scarcity mindset, or let's just say this, a shitty mindset. If you notice that all of a sudden after being in this location or this around these people or on this platform, that you're kind of a nasty ass person to be around, then stay away from it. Or recognize what the heck is up with you? Like, what do you need to change in order to have the proper outlook? Is this a heart issue we have going on, or is this an outlook issue? Or do you need to just literally unplug and stay away and eliminate that exposure? And replacing noise with intentional outputs. So, where should you actually put yourself in? A place where you're going to learn, a place where your faith will grow, your positivity will increase. How do you put yourself intentionally in a growth mindset and frame of work? Like, I'm out to achieve XYZ. Because when you're in a season of loss, everything around you feels like it's crumbling sometimes, and it can be debilitating. Who do you need to be around to help build you back up and speak life into you to say, look, you are created by the ultimate creator to go create yourself. You should be creating and making and doing. Remember that courageous person that joined this team, that took on this leadership role, that started this business, that did this big thing, that took this leap of faith. The way you were willing to get after it at any cost then, you got to tap into that energy and have faith in yourself now. This is how you win, even when you feel like you're losing. And taking action, you guys, which will create momentum. You don't wait to feel ready. Thankfully, I'm in a season where there is no, and I've had this in the past, where if I laid in bed half the day, I could, and I could just sulk. That is not my life. There is no way. And thank God I've set it up that way, because laying around, like, give yourself a moment and then get up and get after it, because you have to go and do. You cannot wait and expect things to come your way. When you're in a season of loss, what is it that you can do that will build momentum? So here's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about when you're in a season of loss, how do you keep winning? You double down on your non-negotiables. Double down on your non-negotiables. For me, this is when even if life feels off, like, it is a non-negotiable that I get up at 5 a.m. and I'm doing my daily devotional, my quiet time, my gratitude practice. I read, and that is non-negotiable. It is also not negotiable that I get to the gym. I am going to give myself that gift of resiliency, of strength, of positivity, of endorphins, energy that propels and sets me up for the best day ever. And my evening routine, no matter what then happens during the day, every single night, it is a non-negotiable that I prep and prepare for my day tomorrow. That includes my kids. You guys, like, I literally set out my daughter's outfit for the next day so that I don't have to think about it. I'm not scrambling in the morning, because what happens to us? If we're not prepared and we start scrambling, then we are stressed. And what happens when we're stressed? Do we act the best? Are we in a positive mindset? Do we speak positivity, or are we a little more emotional and erratic? So your evening routine to me is almost more important than your morning routine because it's setting you up for the best success tomorrow. Non-negotiables for me is getting my movement in, healthy nutrition. Oftentimes, when you're in a season of loss, you're seeking comfort. Friends, I've learned the hard way. Do not try to seek comfort in something that's going to feel good for 5 seconds and then feel like shit for 5 hours later. Do not grab the donuts, the ice cream, the wine, the booze, the whatever it is. If you're smoking the wacky tobacco, it might feel really good right now, but all of a sudden you're going to have the munchies, and in a week you're going to wake up and you're 15 pounds heavier. I've been there. I've done that. It is not worth it. It's not worth binging anything that is going to make you feel like crap or just lethargic. So do not allow yourself to have short-term comforts that is going to cause long-term repercussions. Keep your sleep a priority. When your nutrition is really great, you get better sleep at night. When you're hydrated, you get better sleep at night. Your mind works more efficiently. If you're going through a season of loss, you actually need your mind to be more sharp now than ever. So you have got to be like so hardcore and proactive. I'll be your accountability partner. Now, if I'm not on social media right now, you can't DM me and get my attention, but you can email me and I will be there for you. I will speak life to you. For those of you who are connected to me like that, you know I've got your back and I will speak truth to you. And we need that from one another because everybody goes through seasons of loss, but you can still be winning in the midst of that. Do not abandon the habits that built you. Remember all the things that got you to where you wanted to be. And then we get there and then we're like, oh, we're good. No, you're not. Don't stop all those positive habits that got you to this good place. Keep those things going. You might need to elevate. So let's say you're a new kid, baby boy, you're starting to read. You're learning basic words. You don't just say, oh, I know how to read now. Spot plays basketball. I mean, I'm making this up, but like you start out with the books about Spot the dog. Remember those books? Spot plays in the rain. Spot uses his umbrella. It's like 4 sentences on each page. I can read. Now you're done. No. Now you elevate to the next books. And then it's like Diary of the Wimpy Kid. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, and now we're all adults. So maybe you started out reading the book called The E-Myth. Every new leader and business owner should read the book, The E-Myth. Once you've graduated from that, what's the next level of book? Some things they say that when the student is ready, the teacher arrives. I've had that experience multiple times in my life where I could have this book on my shelf for like 2 years and it just didn't call to me. All of a sudden it does. And I read it and I'm like, this is the timing that I needed this book. And it is divine timing. Some of you may say, oh, that's the universe at work. To me, that's my Lord and Savior at work in my life saying, this is divine timing. Now it's time for you to read this book. Now it's time for you to know this person. Now it's time for you to go to this place and learn this thing and be around these people. Everything is about timing. People, places, timing. It's all important. It will all happen as it is supposed to. So when you're in a season of loss, there's a reason for the season. And you may not see it right now, but you will overcome it and eventually be like, wow, this all was meant to be. There was a reason I went through this season of loss. So keep your perspective in check. Hard seasons help you build skills that easy seasons never would. You will build new skills, sometimes out of desperation. And sometimes when you're in hard times, it forces you to be creative or look for solutions you never even would think to look for if things were going really easy. And those new things are going to open up your eyes to even bigger and better opportunities. So here are a couple questions to ask yourself. What is this season teaching me? Who do I need to become because of this? Oftentimes when we're in a season of loss, it is a reminder that we're not, the work inside of us is not finished yet. This is meant to develop your character, your ability to be patient, your faith and trust, your dependency. You can't do this life alone. You cannot be fully independent and be fully successful and soar in life. You need to depend on others. We are made for it. We are made for community. Staying in motion even when things are imperfect, because momentum beats perfection. Don't wait to feel confident. Act your way into confidence. I love how Mel Robbins, I brought her up a lot lately. She has that 5-second rule. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then she doesn't overthink it. She just does. Get out and do. So every single day during a season of loss, I think through, what can I learn today? What podcast is calling my name that I can listen to? From that podcast, what is one action item that I can take and actually go apply to my life right now, which may be applied to the business, to a strategy, to a project I'm working on. I will absorb so much education during seasons of loss, which is always good, because it's like, what do I need to learn? What do I need to do? I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get to the other side of this, because I can promise you, I know how painful it feels, how debilitating, how soul crushing it can feel to go through loss, especially for me when it's relational. That is the hardest hit for me personally to take. Then ask yourself, who can I learn from and or connect with? In the past, because of my pride, if I were going through hard things, I would keep it in. And we do that sometimes. If we feel a sense of guilt, that shame or that guilt might keep us in a hidden place. We want to hide. Sometimes we want to shift blame. Can't be me. It can be everything else. It's all external. It's not me. No. Look internally and then ask yourself, who can I trust to share this with that might be able to give me some insights, some encouragement, some advice, some guidance? I've leaned in big time, more than ever during a recent season of loss. And by the way, it has helped me overcome and move through that and still stay a total winner. At some point, am going to share all the ways we've won big time in big, big ways during one of the deepest seasons of loss we've ever experienced. It's wild. And it truly is the Lord. I will give him all the glory, all the credit, but I cannot wait to be able to share those things with you in due time. And then lastly, friends, you need to guard your identity. Do not let a season of loss rewrite who you think you are, who you believe you are. It is not a reflection of your identity. You are not your current situation, your current results. Your identity will drive your behavior. So it's so important to protect your identity. What you think right now will shape who you become. So I want you to write this down. I am the person, or I'm sorry, write this down. Ready? I am the type of person who, dot, dot, dot. I am the type of person who, what does your list say? Mine would be like, I am the type of person who gets up early every day. I am the type of person who goes to the gym 5 days a week. I'm the type of person that gets my steps in every day. I'm the type of person that speaks truth into the lives of my family and my friends. I'm the type of person that shows up for my meetings. I don't bail. I'm not sketch. I don't ghost. I'm the type of person to communicate and reply, even if I don't have the answers, even if I don't feel confident. I am going to show up. So write this down. What is it for you? I am the type of person who, dot, dot, dot. And then reinforce that identity every single day, regardless of what you think your results are today or your outcomes right now. You have to choose to be a winner. You cannot say, because I'm going through a season of loss, I'm a loser. No, you are a winner. You have to believe in yourself. Who's going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? No matter how many people walk away from you or how much loss you experience in whatever category of life, You have to believe that you can overcome this. I have a great book I'd recommend for you called Failing Forward. I'm probably ruining the title, but my husband and I read through that. And let me just check on that. How to Fail Forward or Failing Forward. Oh, I got to look now. By John C. Maxwell, one of the greatest of all times. It is Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell. You have to read this book, you guys. You have to. Everybody should. No matter where you are in life right now, read this book, Failing Forward. And you will hear endless stories about people who had downturns, losses, failures, and they used it to their advantage to overcome, look for opportunities. They didn't give up. The people that didn't give up, wow, what incredible journeys that they had in many different ways. It is so encouraging. You have to check that book out. Continue to show up for yourself, you guys. Continue to stay disciplined to your non-negotiables. Protect your mind, spirit, heart, and identity, and keep moving forward. Let me leave you with this. You don't rise when things get better. You rise when you decide to be better, even when things aren't. You don't rise when things get better. You rise when you decide to be better, even when things aren't. So I hope you loved today's conversation. I hope you needed it. If you did, and it had an impact on you, let me know. You can email us at info@joinmaya.com, info@joinmya.com. Until next time, have an awesome day and stay strong.
Did you know over 60% of first-time clients do not return for a second visit? That is so painful, but it doesn't have to be that way. That's where Maya comes in. Maya is the ultimate marketing software for the beauty and wellness industry. We have a proprietary funnel utilizing special algorithms to help connect the right consumers with the right providers at your business. This means that Maya helps you get higher spending clients you love to work with who stay the long haul. If you want to increase your revenue, increase your client count, increase your average ticket, and increase your new client retention, then you need Maya. Go to joinmaya.com to set up your own personal virtual tour and see why over 500,000 consumers have trusted Maya and the businesses we work with to find their perfect beauty and wellness pro. We promise you will love Maya.